What up, mathletes? Whoop, whoop. All right, we are on to our Mod 10 review. Starting to get into that geometry. What do we got right here? This is a line segment. And again, by the way, guys, I'm assuming you've been through this. You're just looking at this for extra help. So let's do that. Or maybe you missed something. You just need to see me work it out. Whatever the case is, I'm just going to motor through this. Pause me as necessary. That's a line segment, and we need to be able to write it. That's what this box is for. So if you didn't know that, it is. I'm going to write it out here, though. This is segment, I was going to write AB, but this segment JK. Or we could have said KJ. Order does not matter in a line segment. Just put that segment notation above the two letters. Now we have a right here with arrows both sides. That is a line. This is a line, and this could be, and here's the symbol for it. This is line HG, or again I could put GH when I write it out. Order doesn't matter. Here's where order matters. This is array. Array, you always start with the endpoint. So this is ray LM. That's the only one you can do, and it's always an arrow to the right. Even if, by the way, I had drawn it like this, if this was instead LM, like that, this would still be the ray LM because you always start with the endpoint. You can't see that. This is the ray LM because you always start with the endpoint, but I would still write my notation to the right. Okay, when you're writing a ray notation above it, it always is just an arrow to the right. That way we don't worry about direction on it, it's just we know it's a ray. Okay, let's talk about planes. In the figure below, points H, M, N, and K lie in plane Z. So we have plane Z, H, M, N, and K are in that plane. Points J and L do not lie in the plane. Okay, so points J and L are above and below it. For each part, fill in the blanks. Another name for plane Z is, okay, you have to pick three non-collinear points. So you can't pick M and K because they're all collinear. But I could pick plane H, M, N. Or I could have said H, N, M. Or M, K, H. There, guys, I can keep going. I can do a bunch of these. It has to be three non-collinear points that lie in the plane. Point H and line, let's see, point H and line what are coplanar? Well, I would probably say line MN, but I could say line MK or NK or KN or KM. You've seen the point. And because it says line, I don't need to put the symbol above it, but I can if you want to. This right here means line. So use either words or symbols. L, let's see, L, blank, and blank are distinct points that are collinear. Well, I'd say L, K, and J. Right? L, K, and J, they're collinear. They're in a line. Line MN and blank are distinct lines that intersect. Line MN and let's call it line JK. And we do have to put that symbol above it, right? Because it doesn't say the word line. But we see that JK intersects. I could have called it JL, could have called it KL, right? Lots of choices there. Okay, now we're going to do some stuff with lines. Are you ready for this? In the figure below, JK is 16 and KL is 18. Find JL. Let's just add those. 16 plus 18 equals 34. Boom. Guys, don't make this too difficult. You can either say, all right, negative 3 minus negative 10. Okay, absolute value, right? That becomes a plus negative 3 plus 10 equals absolute value of 7, which is 7. All right, you just got to absolute value it because you could have gone, this wants to find the distance, by the way, between A and B. Sorry, I didn't say that. The reason why I put in absolute value is because what if instead I had done, all right, negative 10 minus negative 3. That would equal the absolute value. That becomes a plus of negative 7, which is still 7. Or, just saying, they give you a number line. You ready for this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Any of those three methods will work. And last question we're going to do for this is calculate the distance between -1, -2, and 2, -9. You want to know that distance formula, right? That's that square root of x1 minus x2 squared plus y1 minus y2 squared. So in this case, it's just going to be the square root of -1 minus 2 squared plus -2 minus -9 squared. All right, so that's just going to be -3 squared plus, see that's a plus right there, -2 plus 9 is 7. So that's just going to be 7 squared, which is going to equal what? Square root of 9 plus 49, which equals the square root of 58. Now this says given an exact answer, so this is my exact answer, not a decimal approximation. That's what it means. It is a square root. Pretty easy stuff there. Nice. All right. That's it for Mod 10. We're going to move on to Mod 11. With that said, peace out.